One of the things I love most about dogs is their joy of life. Now, there is always something that they want to do, see, sniff out, or play with. And when it comes to play, sometimes accidents can happen. And if there are cuts and wounds that occur, this herb is one of the best ones to have on hand. So let's take a look at this gorgeous herb today and how it can help your dog as one of your first aid kit herbs. So stay tuned to learn more. Hi there, it's Lyndall Pinchin with Poppy, Canine Naturopath from Canine Vitality, and welcome back to my channel, Happy Healthy Dogs. Guys, if you are new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Feel free to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. If you're a regular, welcome back to the channel. So what is this beautiful herb that I'm talking about? Yarrow, or Achillea millefolium. Now, the most common parts of this herb yarrow that we use are the flowers and the leaves. And this herb has some amazing anti-inflammatory, analgesic or pain relieving properties, as well as being antiseptic. But more than this, it's what's known as a styptic herb. Now, what does styptic mean? This is essentially a herb or a substance that is something that can stop bleeding, which is what makes it so beneficial to have on hand. Now, anyone who knows me knows that when I'm in the kitchen working with knives, I can be a little bit clumsy. And yes, I have cut my fingers many times. Now, I remember a few years ago almost taking off the top part of my finger with a knife. Now, immediately when this happened, apart from freaking out, I went into my dispensary, pulled out my bottle of Yarrow, put a little bit of warm water, bit of warm water, and put my finger straight into it. I am a bit of a bleeder, but within minutes I could see that the bleeding was starting to ease and clot. Unfortunately, with the addition of some calendula, this healed up really quickly. So what is it in yarrow that makes it such a great herb to use for any type of bleeding? And this also includes internal bleeding too. Now, it's the astringent property of yarrow that helps stop the bleeding. Now, yarrow contains a naturally occurring alkaloid chemical that's known as Achillean, which has been found to actually reduce the clotting time of blood. Actually, in Greek mythology, it was said that the Greek hero Achilles used yarrow on the wounds of his soldiers to stop them from bleeding and to aid in fighting off infection and improve wound healing time. Now, it certainly is one of my go-to herbs when it comes to healing wounds. Now, many years ago, I owned a beautiful Saluki named Rabi. Now, at one point in his life, he had to have a small lump removed from his abdomen area. Now, of course, this entailed stitches post-surgery. Now, although he had to unfortunately wear a cone on his head, which I really hated putting on him, he still somehow managed to get those stitches and pull them out. So unfortunately, that was straight back to the vet to have it checked. Now, the vet told me at the time he would have to leave it as an open wound and it would take 8 weeks to heal. So when I brought Rabi home, I thought, right, I'm going to go straight into my yarrow along with some calendula and bathe the area 2 or 3 times a day. Now, within 2 weeks, that wound had sealed and healed up. And yarrow is so rich in antioxidants too. This is also helpful in further aiding that wound healing. Now, when using it to stop bleeding, you can either use the powder and sprinkle this directly over a wound or bathe it using a fluid extract or tincture, which is what I typically do. Now, it's usually going to stop that bleeding almost immediately in most cases. Now, yarrow is just really a great all-round herb for general skin issues too. So if your dog is prone to bites, rashes, burns, dermatitis, also strains and sprains within the joints, yarrow can be a great herb to add into the diet in small amounts regularly. It can even be helpful as a spray for mosquitoes, and you can simply make the dried yarrow into a strong tea blend and put it into a spray bottle and spray onto the skin to help repel mozzies. That's quite safe. Now, internally, of course, yarrow can also help stop bleeding too, which is associated with things such as nosebleeds, gum bleeding, excessive menstrual bleeding, that type of bleeding. Basically, yarrow helps to slow down the bleeding anywhere in the body. And because it also has that astringent property, it is also great for dogs that suffer from diarrhea and other gut inflammation, including irritable bowel or IBD, or inflammatory bowel. Now, of course, yarrow has many other known benefits aside from its ability to help stop that bleeding in wounds, including helping your dog sleep better, boosting their immune system, fighting off eye infections, and improving overall digestion. It can also reduce anxiety and improve brain function. Now externally, I love to use it in that fluid extract, as I said, and bathe an affected area as needed. Internally, you would work on 1 to 2 drops per kilo of body weight 2 times a day, and this might need to be doubled in acute cases of internal bleeding. Now this is truly a great herb to have in your first aid kit for your pets and also for yourself too. It's certainly one I use a lot. Now if you're wondering if this herb might help your dog, then feel free to reach out to me. All my contact details are below, and of course I'm also open for any bookings too. Well guys, I hope that you found this short video on Yarrow, this amazing styptic herb, really helpful. If you've got a dog that's had, whether you've used Yarrow or, as I said, if you're curious to know more, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And I hope that you give this video a thumbs up, guys, like and share it just to help get more content out there on video to help all more doggy owners. Wherever you are today, I hope you're having a great day, guys. We're having a little bit of a wet day today, so I'm working inside instead of being outside. Anyway, I'll talk to you very soon in another video. Talk to you then. Bye for now.